pulling. He definitely wants to fight. Yeah, he does. Another nice little one. Healthy in the belly, though. Definitely. Little spotted bass.
What's up, jabronis? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a little bit since you've seen this ugly mug on your screens, but I am back. I'm ready to make some more content and put out some awesome videos for you guys to enjoy. However, there are going to be some changes coming on the channel, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's get right into it, guys, and start from the beginning. So at the end of the year last year, guys, I was feeling incredibly burnt out, which is why I took that little hiatus. And the truth is, beyond being burnt out, I was pretty put out because I worked really hard throughout the year 2023 to put out at least one video a week on the channel, because I figured consistency would help me get to my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. As you guys can tell from the current subscriber count, we did not even come close to actually reaching the goal. And that was a kind of a bitter pill to swallow. It took the wind out of my sails, so to speak. And beyond that, I had also gotten into a really unhealthy habit of comparing myself and my channel to other channels that I was seeing. Channels that were newer than mine, yet were gaining more subscribers in a lot faster rate than mine. And wondering, why do they get to have all of that? I was looking at their content and saying their content's not any better than mine, their editing's not any better than mine, it's the same type of content, so why are they getting all of this and I'm not getting it? And deep down in my head, I knew that that was not a healthy way to think, but for some reason I had fallen in this rabbit hole where I couldn't stop thinking of that. It was almost like a crutch to help me feel better about the fact that things weren't going the way that I wanted them to. And it really got to a point where fishing was just not fun anymore. And I never wanted fishing to be like that, guys. I got back into fishing, years ago because it gave me an escape. It was something that actually made me happy in a life that really didn't at that point. And I started filming videos specifically because I wanted to document the fact that I found something that made me happy, and I wanted to be able to watch those videos back and say, hey, look, I'm happy there. And for that to have turned into something that became a stressor for me was really something I didn't want to happen. And that's why I decided I needed to take a step back, take a little bit of time off, and that's exactly what I did. And that's why you guys haven't seen me for a couple of months. I have actually had battles with my mental health for most of my adult life, and as anyone out there who has those struggles knows, they don't ever just go away. They kind of come and go and ebb and flow, and you just learn as you get older and as you do things like therapy and talking to others, that you just develop new ways to cope and new ways to think more positively. And so that's what I needed to do, was take some time to step back away from everything and just start thinking a little bit differently, think a little bit more positively. So I spent some time away from the camera, which is why you guys haven't seen me in videos in a little while, and I went out and did some fishing without the camera. I made casts and focused on the activity itself. I went with some friends and focused on the conversation with them. And once I had a clear mind, I came back to all of the issues that were going on. And I realized a few different things because I had gained so much clarity and perspective on all of my issues. First things first, everything that I wanted in my life 5 years ago, I have today. I have the love of a beautiful woman who is my wife. I have 2 amazing children. I have a home. I have clothes. I have food. Everything that I could have ever wanted 5 years ago that would have made me happy, I have now. But as is human nature, you always find yourself wanting more, wanting whatever you feel is the next step. So taking a step back and realizing I have everything that I wanted 5 years ago made me realize that I should just be grateful for the things I have and not always strive for whatever the next thing is. It's important to have goals, but it's important to not let those goals eat you up. On to the next point, I realized that the presence of others' success does not equal the absence of my own. Just because those other channels were gaining subscribers does not mean that they were taking away potential subscribers from myself. And it was unfair of me in my head to think negatively about them and why they were gaining the traction they're gaining towards why I was not. Obviously, I'm not going to name any of those channels. I probably couldn't even think of any of their names off the top of my head. But I definitely want to say that I'm sure they're all great people who have worked just as hard as I have, if not harder, to get to where they are. And I hope that one day my time will come for me just like it came for them. Now, after taking the time to get all of that perspective and clarity, I am rejuvenated and full of energy to get back to filming amazing videos and making some awesome content for you guys to enjoy on the channel. But like I said at the beginning of the video, there's going to be some changes happening here on the channel. First things first, I personally feel like I definitely need to step up the level of content that I put out. I know for a fact that I cut corners when I could be getting some awesome B-roll or some awesome commentary whenever I'm in the middle of doing certain things. And it's just because I get so focused on the activity that I'm doing, like fishing or setting up my campsite or whatever, that it's hard for me to take the time to set up a camera and, you know, film myself doing it. And the truth is, if I'm going to do this all DIY and I'm a small-time channel that doesn't want to pay someone, you know, to come and film for me, that's just what I'm going to have to do. So I promise that I'm going to step it up and put out a lot better, more high-quality content here on the channel from here on out. Also, with that included, I feel like when I started this channel, I invented something of an alter ego, pulling from my wrestling knowledge. I invented Jabroni Joe as kind of a way to give myself more confidence talking in front of a camera, because I didn't have a lot of comfort doing that when I first started doing all of this. But through the character, I have been able to gain a lot more confidence, and I feel like I am ready to start being a little bit more loose on the channel, start acting like myself a little bit more, and just let people see the real Jabroni Joe that is underneath the character that I try to be sometimes. And the truth is, I'm a goofy, silly guy who loves his family more than anything else in the world, but camping and catching fish are right underneath them. So, expect a lot more authenticness from me. Authenticity, that's the word, from me from here on out on the channel. I promise you guys. Now, having said all of that, if I'm going to put out higher quality content and work harder to be myself, I'm going to have to cut back on the quantity of content that I put out. So you guys can probably expect a video every other week instead of weekly uploads, just so I can make sure I have enough time to edit it up to the standards that you guys should expect from me, and to make sure that I have plenty of time to go out and find an awesome new adventure for you guys to enjoy. Anyway guys, thank you so much if you stuck around until the end of this video. If you haven't already, if you're somehow new to the channel and watching this video for the first time, go watch some of our older videos. There's some pretty good ones in there. Be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to stay tuned, because there's going to be some awesome new stuff coming out very, very soon. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will catch you in the next one. And remember, if it ain't Joe, it's gotta go. Angler out.